Let's talk about special parameters. In Python we have two special parameters. One is args, and the asterisk is important here. It comes after the required parameters, for example name here. There could be more, there could be name, last name and age, and after that we can have this args special parameter. And before the parameters with default values. So the country has default value Estonia, I have to have this asterisk args before this part here. The args will be a variable which is a list of values. And all the parameters which are not defined here will and are not in this required part will be part of this list. Let's see in example how it works. Then the other special parameter is kwargs, and here we have two asterisks symbols. And this one will be basically the last parameter of this function definition. It has to come after the parameters with default value. And the data type for this variable kwargs is a dict or dictionary. So basically it contains both the parameter name and the value. And all the name and values which are not defined earlier or are not part of this here, args will be part of this kwargs. Let's see how it works. So here's an example. Basically I have the same definition. We have a name, then we have args, then we have a country, and then we have this kwargs. The content of the body of the function is not really important. It prints out different parts of this those parameters. But let's see what happens if we call out this function. And let's say that we call out this function. We will have three values or different values here. So first we will have PA. I will just make it shorter, 1, and 1 Smith. So basically those are three strings. Then we have age. Age is 15. Then we have city. City is Tallinn. And we have country. Country is Latvia. So what goes where? Let's try to color things up. So basically the name here, the name is this one here. Because we have one required parameter, this will be it. So I could actually call this function with only one argument. Let's say it's arrow. And that's it. Because everything else is not required. And then in this case also the argo would be the name here. Now we have this args. So everything which is not defined by parameter name, so the arguments which are passed in as positional parameters will be part of this arg. So both v1 and Smith will be part of args. And now we have age and city. Age and city will be part of this one here. Country will be not, because country is we have a specific parameter here. So the specific parameter which the function expects will be passed here, and everything else, the order is not important. So I could have the country as the first one and then age and city. Those age and city will become part of this dictionary. So basically if I would write it out, then the args are 1 and Smith, and the kwargs is a dictionary with age and city. And then we have this another function call which has just peer. Then we have middle name, middle. I will just middle one. Then we have last name, last. I will just make it shorter, Smith. And age, 15, and city. City is Tallinn. So what happens here? The first part, required parameter, is peer. And now every argument which is passed without the name of the parameter will become part of this list. But in this example, I don't have any such argument here. I only have the arguments which have the name of the parameter. So basically all those middle, last, and age and city will be in this dictionary. So, and in this code we can also see that the args list is empty, and the KW args is the middle name, the last name, the age and city. We very rarely use all those special parameters, but just you maybe in some cases you only want to use this one, or you only want to use this one. But in this example we had every possible combination of those two special parameters. So in cases you want to have a function and you don't know how many parameters you want to take in, you can use args, or if you are really interested also in the names of the parameters, then you can use this KW args. Those options are available for you.